get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Hit me up.
This is NBA 2K TV. This week, we're talking to our NBA 2K20 cover athlete, Anthony Davis. Hear what top community members and professional NBA 2K League players have to say about the latest release.
A stunning view of Capitol Hill. And with... Well, in DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Cousins.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And now the Lakers starting group. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Cook out there with Che. And it's LeBron in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Wizards, in at forward, it's Hachimura and Bertans. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Mahimi in at the center. And Che with the basket on the assist by LeBron.
Boy, you're playing with fire. Anytime you leave somebody open on James' team, I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
Second chance shot. And Davis pulls it down. And here's Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meet. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
Now, here's Bertans following the miss by Che.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Good on the three-point shot.
Well, this team was already scary on paper before the start of the season, but Che has taken them to new levels. They are definitely on the short list of teams that could walk away with a ring when it's all said and done.
Greg, I don't know, honestly, where this team would be without Che. They'd be in the playoff picture for sure, but I don't think they are even considered a contender without him. And the dunk by Che.
Well, I think that's what you want to see. I mean, Shea not settling for a spot-up jumper, but driving the ball and scoring on the move.
Ball passes to Mahimi. Back to Wall. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose. Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Beal gets a wide open look. The Wizards with another miss. Lakers leading by 5. On the wing, Che. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And Washington has possession. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Washington. Again, Shea missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now here's Che. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. Good. Che's got 11 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Beal. Knocked loose. Pass to Wall. Puts it up from 15. A putback. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Che kicks to Cook. Che outside. 6 to shoot. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. Some terrific new faces in the league, and as we have about a month left to play in this season, what better time than now to see who has stood out and shown they have the skill and talent to take home the Rookie of the Year award. Well, you look at Hachimura. He's just not quite in the running at this point, and while he's had a pretty good season, it doesn't look like he'll be a contender.
And what a journey it has been for this tremendous crop of youth joining the NBA this year. Truly, it's been fun to watch.
And you know what? Every year is a little different, but this year is really special in terms of the quality of the depth. When you look at the talent of these incoming players, you'd be hard-pressed to match it in recent years.
Here is Wall. Following the basket by Che. Now here's Wall. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Passes to Beal. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the shot goes in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
A chance here to check out John Wall. Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Now here's Che. 15 points in the game. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. And now it's time to look at our rookie leaderboard and see which of the first-year players are tops in assists during the last month. 4th, Che.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
Greg, he's a fantastic facilitator. I mean, it just makes everyone around him better with the willingness to play unselfishly. Well, it's been a great month for him.
Here's Che after the made shot from Bradley Beal with the fadeaway. Shea, no good.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. The fadeaway kept alive. Davis. And he banks in the layup.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Now here's Wall. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Now Che. Bradley Beal missing from long range. And again, it's the Lakers.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Wizards trail by 6. So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Clark, do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class.
To end the run. And it's Smith missing.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Davis and Cousins down low at the 4 and the 5. Avery Bradley is out there with Che. And it's Murray in at the 3. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Che in the last game against the Cavaliers got it done. He had an impressive number of points. And along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
John Wall's checked in for the Wizards. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Quinn Cook's checked in. Oh!
Absolutely nasty, boy, I tell you. It takes some strength for Che to go for that kind of throwdown in game action. Love it.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Cousins. And James subbed in for Murray. Outside, Beal. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Che. And here's the fast break. Cook leading the way. And Che gets it to go on the assist from Cook. Cook's got 3 assists tonight. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Che passes to Kuzma. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Takes the turnaround Che. Again, Los Angeles.
You know, with this in-between game working, Che can cause all kinds of problems. I mean, the mid-range jumper, a real important shot for him.
Shot from 12. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Mahinmi's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Shea outside. The second chance effort. He gets that one. And it's 6 points for Davis.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Oh, Beal in position. That shot off the mark.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Shea outside. And Shea throws it down.
Boy, for Shea, it's been one great play after another tonight. They cannot keep him in check. And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
From 18 feet away, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Shea's got 28 points for the game.
When that pass is right in Shea's shooting pocket, he's not going to waste any time rising up for the J.
And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Wizards. 15-point game. From the stripe, and the shot goes in. 6 points for Wall.
You know, Wall's done a nice job, in my opinion, of improving his mechanics with his shot. It's not quite a pure release, but much, much better than it was a couple of seasons ago. And he's really become effective from the mid-range area.
Look, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your... opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Outside Beal. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 6th assist on the night. Shea outside. From outside the arc. They get it again. 6 on the shot clock. Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, that's exactly the set they like to run with the ball in Shea's hands. Let him quarterback the offense to a hoop.
Wall attacking. Davis with some nice D.
just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Back to Jay. And finished off by Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Beal from long range. And again, Washington with the triple.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And the Lakers call time here. 9 seconds left now here in the second. Rondo looking around from deep, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. In at forward, it's Hachimura and Berton. And it's Mahimi in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And although he started playing the game... Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And that one misses.
You know, even though it took him a minute to get into the league, every basketball fan out there knew Che's name before he ever set foot on an NBA court.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Poke loose. And now here comes Wall leading the break. Here's Beal, and finished off by Beal.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there, terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
One thing about Kyle Kuzma, Clark, he's not a ball stopper. When he touches the ball, he is shooting it.
I would not disagree with you there, guys. He is fearless looking for his shot. He hunts his shot aggressively, and he's very efficient. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles, but the one thing I like about him is that he doesn't hold on to that ball long. He's going to make a quick, decisive move or get it out of his hands.
Tries a 3, trains it from beyond the arc. Shea's got 5 points now this quarter.
That shows you that Shea's got the killer instinct. When he comes down and says, you know what, I'm getting those 3 points right back, boom.
Now Wall. He has 6. Over Cook. Wall, no luck.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Wizards trail by 12. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. The pass to Mahimi. Beal from long range drills it from outside. Beal's got 31.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
And they double up Jay. Pass to Cook. Now here's Che. He's tightly guarded. LeBron kicks to Cook. 5 on the clock. And they double up Jay. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Jones checked in for Washington. Washington has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Beal can't get it to go.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pulls up. Here's Davis. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Here's Wall. Kicks to Jones. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Puts up a 3, and Jay gets it to go on the assist by Davis. Jay's got 40 points.
Well, he's filling it up right now, getting the shots he wants and delivering in a big way.
To the inside. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Bradley Beal.
Boy, he's doing everything he can. At this point, the rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
The drive by Che, and he makes good on the layup. Che's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
It's Beal on the wing. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. And that's 36 points for Beal.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
And the Lakers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Brown is checked in for Jones. Smith comes in for Bradley Beal. And Thomas subbed in for John Wall. Wizards trail by 13. Here's Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Bertans. Here's the 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Washington. Pass to Bertans. Brown against James. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Washington's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Hachimura the pass to Smith. Outside Thomas. Back to Smith. 4 on the clock. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And he's going to have a hard time shaking off that miss. Everything was going right. The dunk was lined up beautifully, but not to be.
Shea oftentimes outthinks his opponent on these possessions. He's got a real knack of how to attack the defense.
Davis against Thomas. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot. There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Wizards trail by 18. Launches it. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. McGee's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Che. D right on him. Yet another bucket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Smith up top, guarded by Bradley. Smith against Bradley. Hachimura, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Lakers leading by 20. LeBron passes to Che. Shot on the wing, and again it's the Lakers.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
There's the pass to Hachimura. Back to Thomas. 5 to shoot. Here's Smith. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That team is a little road weary right now. That is the 6th consecutive game away from home.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for the Wizards. Sindarius Thornwell comes in for Smith. The Lakers also changing it up. Green, he's checked in for James. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Avery Bradley. Washington calls timeout. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Here's Hachimura. And again, Washington, no good.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Boy, Che's a great competitor now. He's not going to be denied when he's inside. He's going straight to the 10.
Washington's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Thomas passes to Hachimura. Outside for Thomas. Can they get it? It's hauled in by Los Angeles. McGee's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Hachimura. McGee with the block. But they get it back. Thomas dishes to Brown. Here's Hachimura, guarded by McGee. That one goes in.
And a solid shooter from mid-range. Hachimura with textbook fundamentals.
Che, right side. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Parsons passes to Hachimura. Outside for Thomas. Three-pointer. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
He got it again. Sensational.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Hachimura the pass to Thomas. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Lakers working the ball around now. Caldwell Pope for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Very effective at spacing the floor. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has gone from an average outside shooter to a dangerous one.
Here's Thornwell. He's guarded by Caldwell-Pope. McGee with the block, and he gets it back. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Wizards making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in. The Lakers also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Shea. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 5. Here's Brown. And that one goes long. Los Angeles. For the Wizards. Bertanis, he's checked in for Mahinmi. Bradley Beal comes in for Parsons. Smith checked in for Brown. And John Wall subbed in for Thornwell. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Murray. He's out there with JaVale McGee. Avery Bradley is out there with Shea. And it's Caruso in at the 1.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Bradley passes to Shea. And they double up Shea. Bradley dishes to Shea. Bradley kicks to Shea. From beyond the arc, Bertans grabs the board. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Washington. Inside, here's Beal. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Beal's got 38 points.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Now here's Shea, guarded closely. Fires the 3. Rebound, Washington. Bertans got 5 rebounds tonight. Looking to get back on track here. And Thomas with the lay-in, good.
Boy, love the confidence Thomas has. Feels like he can score from anywhere, even deep inside the paint.
Shea outside. Little turnaround. Good on the shot.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's Thomas. Here's Beal. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Beal's got 40 points. Shea inside. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
He might be in tight, but Shea still has plenty of work to do here. Nice interior finish.
Wall finds Bertans. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Mark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that. could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually, but on occasion it does get a little carried away.
Bounce pass, Smith. Here's Bunga. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Mahinmi's checked in for Bertans.
Checking in for your Wizards, Jan Mahinmi.
Caruso, the pass to Che. Kicks it out to Bradley. Back to Che.
Lakers foul call.
Loose ball.
So,
Loose ball.
that's
Go
his
the other
first
way.
personal foul.
Washington's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Bunga. Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about a market size, nightlife for some guys is important, business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles, season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might.
That athletic.
Oh, wow. Are you? Oh, my goodness.
Personal foul.
And, you know, that right there is a case of Che knowing how to use his body to not only shield the defender, but to get the and one chance, too.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've gotten.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
The Wizards shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Smith finds Jones. Mahinmi with it. Pass to Bunga. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And Los Angeles guys shooting about 45% from the floor in the fourth. McGee dishes to Che. But for a while now, you and I were just talking, we've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And one thing about this team, they never stop pushing the envelope. Fantastic year already with 65 wins, and tonight making it 66. Very impressive.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Che.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
16 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer on the way. Smith with the defensive effort. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Hey,
This is Hank in the Hornet on
Yeah, what up? Great game. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Next time, man. Next time.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
to NBA 2K20 and Season 6 of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. We got you covered this season with everything NBA 2K20, including in-game event updates, gameplay tips, and your favorite NBA superstar interviews, and of course, conversations with you, the community.
Now, nearly every mode of the game has changed this year, and we encourage you to explore each and every one of them.
I'm so excited about so many things with NBA 2K20, including the brand new My Player Builder.
Now, I'm dressed like a 99 overall, of course, but I cannot say the same for this guy right here.
I'm dressed like a 60 overall. You know why, Alexis? Because your journey starts in this same attire. So before you get started, let's check out what's new in NBA 2K20.
This is Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Get hip or get stuck.
Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at their home Target Center with Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
In 2018, the Minnesota Timberwolves broke their league-leading 14-year playoff drought with the help of Jimmy Butler.
All right, David, thanks. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Che.
And it's a nice month he's having. Something's got him motivated. He's become a much bigger contributor offensively. He's settled into the kind of groove that every player wants to get in.
And now the Lakers starting group. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Rajon Rondo is out there with Che. And it's LeBron in at the small forward. And for Minnesota, Culver and Covington at the 2 and the 3. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Teague in at the 1. Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit. Up in the air, just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. It could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
And here's Che. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Outside Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Here's LeBron, the 15-footer, good.
I'll tell you, LeBron James can put a defender on skates, keep him off balance. There is no limit to where this guy can score from.
Now, here's Teague. He had 15 points last out. A nice shot by Culver.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Che. Here's Davis. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, his value to this team on both ends. Not many guys can defend the perimeter and the rim the way Towns can.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Outside Rondo. Back to James. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Lets it go from 14. Misses off the left iron.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
The big cat climbs up and flushes it home.
Lakers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And a wide open look for Che. Another miss by Che. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against the Celtics in Boston. Culver kicks to Covington, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against the Lakers.
What a terrific story Robert Covington is. Gets undrafted out of college, goes to the G League and becomes an MVP, and now one of the very best defenders in the NBA. Truly an incredible journey. Well, you think about Robert Covington's evolution since entering the NBA. When he started his career in Philadelphia, he got on the floor because of his defensive versatility. But credit this young man's work ethic because he put a ton of time in to become a respectable shooter.
Passes it to Towns. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. They get a hand on it. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Rondo somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
And how about the concentration there by Rondo? Always got the antenna up when he's near the basket.
Pass to Towns. Kicks to Culver. And here is Teague. Here's Towns. Another miss by Minnesota. And with Covington, he really has catapulted himself into one of the elite wing defenders, Doris, in the NBA.
And consider after he was traded, he took more of a leadership role because he was the best defender on the roster. And you know this, wherever he has gone, Robert Covington has made a huge difference on the defensive end of the floor.
The Timberwolves trail. Culver passes to Towns. Outside Teague. He kicks it to Culver. That 3 off the mark. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Kyle Kuzma. Nice shot by James.
I'll tell you, if you get caught napping on the defensive end, that first step of LeBron's is so explosive. Look out.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
And Culver gets it to go on the assist by T. 6 points for Jarrett Culver. The Lakers in the lead. Shea left side. Fades and shoots. And it's good off the back rim and in. Shea's got his second basket of the game.
Well, the season still has some time to go, but right now, you have to think that Shea is the odds-on favorite to be Rookie of the Year. He's just done so much for this team all season.
Greg, I'd be hard-pressed to name another rookie that has come in and transformed their team the way that Shea has elevated this roster. Anything can happen. We know that with the awards. But right now, it's Shea's race to lose. The Lakers rebound. Davis. They shoot again. And he sinks the layup.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And that attacking mindset. When Culver sees an opportunity like that, he just grabs it.
Shea with it. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
I'll tell you, the three-point shot comes down to consistency, and Shea has been able to repeat that shot motion.
And Davis sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Andrew Wiggins is checked in for Robert Covington. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Cousins is checked in. Here's Teague. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, I'll tell you what, impeccable work from Jeff Teague inside, showing great patience down in the lane.
Now here's Shea. He's covered closely. The 19-foot shot, and again it's the Lakers.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
You think about the Timberwolves, the one thing that seems elusive for this organization has been consistency. They have had the talent. They've had good coaching. The problem is they haven't yet put those two areas together.
And that one's good by LeBron.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Outside Teague. On the wing, Wiggins. The pass to Culver. 6 to shoot. Over Shea. Offensive rebound. And the rejection by James.
He was tracking that shot the whole way. No chance LeBron was letting that get to the rim.
And the Wolves, Doris, one of only 11 franchises to have never won a championship. In fact, they've made the Western Conference Finals only once.
I think one of their challenges, at least in this latest run, has been they're competing with a very young core. And certainly you have added veterans to the group. The problem is the core guys have to understand how to step up when it's winning time. What we understand is playoff performance is most important.
Here's Chen, following the score by Jarrett Culver.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Timberwolves trail by 8. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, you have to like
that jam.
Get out of the way. Well, go ahead with the sauce on that, Shea. Nicely done.
And it's Teague with the ball. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Here's Teague, following the basket by Shea. Now, here's Culver. 11 points for him in that last game against Boston. And then Culver with the dunk.
And Culver's been aggressive as well, and his shot is going down with consistency.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Lonley's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Jake Layman comes in for Culver. And it's Napier in for Teague. And then for the Lakers, JaVale McGee's checked in for Anthony Davis. Green comes in for James. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And there's the foul. It's on Quinn Cook. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Napier. Back to Layman. To the middle. Here's Wiggins. Banked in off the glass. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school, and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff. All the officials are all over that one.
That's his second personal foul.
For Minnesota, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. No good on the free throw.
Substitution.
Shea outside. This is Durando. Back to Shea. Shoots from the elbow. Here's Davis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Noah Vonleh.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First free throw is good. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, two guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are two of the most complete, dominant two-way big men in today's game.
The tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Robert Covington, and it's Vonleh in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Wizards put on a show. He had an impressive number of points. And all game long, he seemed like he couldn't miss from outside the arc, converting many times from distance. The stat line was filled, and the whole league was talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Shea's got the game tied up here for the Lakers. For Minnesota, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Now, here's Culver. James covering. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by LeBron. At the elbow, it's Shea. And now Minnesota on the fast break. A nice shot by Culver.
We are talking about length and activity. Of Mr. Robert Covington. You want to know why coaches love his defensive presence? It's right there for you.
Now here's Shea. He's got 22, and that one good.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Here's Culver. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, and how about another trait for Culver? That elite body control, even through contact, special.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
He tries for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Covington dishes to Vonleh. Back to Covington. Rebound the Lakers. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Shea with it. Vonleh on him. Outside Rondo. To the paint. Here's LeBron. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Jarrett Culver.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Free throw, no good for LeBron. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Shea really making a difference.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, Shea.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
Now here's Teague, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And there it is for him. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
Since Covington has arrived in the league, he has come such a long way in his overall game. Great interior work there.
Second shot opportunity, and Davis puts it in.
Well, a good first quarter leads to a dynamite second period.
Now here's Culver. Covered by Shea. Puts it up from 12. Culver's shot is off.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Now Shea, 24 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Rondo. Fires the 3. Kept alive. Back to Shea. Covington with the steal. Fast break, here they come. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Saturday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento.
And for that game against the Bulls, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
That free throw, no good.
And you got to love the mindset of Robert Covington when he plays defense. So active with his hands and feet, rarely gets fooled on any up fakes or jab steps.
And he's good on the second. You know, it's easy to see why, Greg, Covington has been named to first-team all-defense in the past.
The team is noticeably different when his defensive presence is missing. I mean, rare to find a perimeter player who is as good as him, both on and off the ball.
Now, here's Covington. Following the miss by Shea. And it goes down 2 points. 23 points for Jarrett Culver.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. Well, Noah Vonleh was given a lot of minutes to work with last season, and he showed solid improvement.
Well, Vonleh was productive both as a scorer and a rebounder. He made great use of the opportunity presented to him. You think about it, he came into the league at such a young age. You forget he's still years away from what we should consider his prime.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Towns is checked in.
Continuing to tighten the handle, something Culver knows can take his offense to the next level.
And good that time. Shea's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
And they double up Shea. James outside. Back to Shea. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Outside Rondo. Shea passes to Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Culver with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Teague with a clean look. That one a little long.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Following the bucket by the Lakers. Here's Culver. Good as this goes to town. Culver's got 27 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
On the wing, Shea. 28 points for him. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
No good from the wing. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, you got some scoring.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So and we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Shea is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's LeBron in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Towns. Outside, Covington. Left side, Kid Gilchrist. Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Here's Culver. A 3-pointer off the mark.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Something special happening on that one, guys.
Oh, isn't that the truth? Deciding to give this crowd, GA, a show.
The NBA, the best athletes in the world, and that is why it is a global game. That was beautiful.
Here's Towns after the basket by the Lakers. Outside, Covington. Drills the elbow jumper. Covington's got 6.
Robert Covington being opportunistic in the mid-range. Go to work, young Co.
Shea outside. It's good from about 19 feet. Shea's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. Greg, you're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Fades again, Los Angeles.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Pass to Towns. The shot misses. Great D that time from Davis.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
And doors for Jeff Teague. He's not expected to be the scorer on this team that he once was.
And for Teague, to me, that is a blessing, as he is much better suited as a distributor of the basketball. He's got great vision, he cut down on his turnovers, and therefore his assist numbers increased.
Andrew Wiggins checked in for Minnesota.
Look at that. Off the dribble, Jay can play at a high level.
Teague kicks to Wiggins. Davis against Towns. A baseline Jay. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Jay left side. The pass to LeBron. Drills the three-pointer. Now it's a 5-point Laker lead.
Remarkable catch and shoot sequence right there from LeBron. Just a killer instinct whenever he gets the ball.
Here's T. 9 points in the game so far. Kicks it to Kid Gilchrist. Over in the corner. Plenty of space. But he recovers it. Pass to Teague. Over Jay. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got 11 points.
Well, this is where Jeff Teague likes to operate. Get by initially and get into that mid-range. That's nicely done.
Los Angeles calls timeout. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint. And you see changes here for the Timberwolves. Robert Covington's checked in for Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Jake Layman comes in for Culver. And it's Teague in for Napier. Timberwolves trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Wiggins outside. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
From about 19 feet, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of the NBA's top defenders down low. The league's leaders in rejections this month. Anthony Davis, number 1.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Doris, you're right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Timberwolves have been the absolute worst defensive rebounding team in the NBA.
And it's hard to understand, Kevin, because they have created second chance opportunities for themselves only to give it back on the other end. That's the kind of thing that can be demoralizing for your defense. You get a stop, but you don't finish the possession with a rebound. That can wear you out physically and mentally.
Shea's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 8. Covington in the corner. From the arc. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Kicks it out to Che. And they double up Che. Outside Rondo. And he's good on the 3-ball. Rondo's got the lead up to 11 now for the Lakers.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
That's his third personal foul. For your Timberwolves, Jeff Teague. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Teague.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
And he can't hit the second.
And Kevin, this is why Teague is such a valuable player. You know, he's a solid shooter from anywhere, so he's able to space the defense. He can, with his handle, get inside the paint. There's a lot to like about Jeff Teague.
6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Rondo. Back to Che. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists in the game.
Understanding you're under duress of the clock, Che with great awareness.
Teague for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Che. He's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for the Los Angeles Lakers. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. And it's Layman in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Che outside. And then Axel Walden slams it in.
Well, Che has put to bed any questions about his desire. How about the ability to finish in contact? Nice.
Teague deciding where to go with it. And here's Towns. Pass to Layman. Unloads. That one wide left.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. Lakers leading by 11. Che outside. And they double up Che. Four on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. The shot by Rondo is no good. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Here's Teague. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
He dishes it to Covington. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Let's remember, Robert Covington is a guy who has hit over 200 three-point shots in a season. You better guard him from out there.
The drive by Che. Lays it up and banks it in. Che's got 6 here in this quarter.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
No good on the 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. Shot from free throw range. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got 15 rebounds here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
It's rebounded by Towns. Teague against Rondo. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Teague.
Boy, it'll take more than that to stop Jeff Teague. Just determined to score despite any obstacle.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Jake Layman. And Culver's subbed in for Wiggins. And the Lakers also making a switch. Kuzma's checked in.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Covington. Rebounded by the Lakers. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Now here's Che. He's guarded closely. On the wing, James. From deep. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Well, Jeff Teague knows how to get by and find teammates. That's pretty right there.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And Towns, a player who took a little bit of time adjusting from the college game at Kentucky to the NBA game, especially Doris on the defensive end.
I do think you have to appreciate over the last several seasons Karl Anthony Towns' commitment to becoming a better defender. Listen, he has the length to not only block shots, but to alter shots, and you just want him to have consistent effort on that end.
Shea drives another bucket. Wow!
Up and up he goes as he continues this sensational season, now closing in on second place in scoring.
And GA, with the way he has manhandled defenses all year long, you have to think he'll make a good run for it.
And to even come near Wilt's mark of 3,586 points from back in '63 speaks volumes for the season he's had.
Trying his luck from deep. Good D by Covington.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Kidd-Gilchrist, and Kidd-Gilchrist throws it down.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Shea inside. And they double up Shea. And there's the pass to Kuzma. Good. And it's Shea picking up the assist. Shea's got his 3rd assist on the night. Timberwolves trail by 9. Teague with the ball. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Kev, that's just toughness on display from Jeff Teague. He's scoring despite taking some pretty big-time contact.
And it's Davis finishing it off. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 17 rebounds.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And the dunk by James.
Well, it doesn't take much for LeBron James to find his rhythm. The king right now making it look effortless.
Now, here's Culver. Covered by Shea. It's stolen by Davis. Back to Shea. Pulls it from the elbow. He can't get that one to fall. And Minnesota now the other way. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on LeBron James. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Covington against LeBron. Outside T. Pass to Culver. Down low. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, just coming right off the pick and roll to finish beautifully. Towns looking so comfortable.
Cousins finds James. Got a piece of it. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Pass to Rondo. Now here's Cousins. Kicks it out to James. Just 4 to shoot. Doesn't go for him. Timberwolves trail by 10. Outside Covington. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Here's Teague. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Teague's got 13 points in the second half. 14 feet away. Kuzma pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 8. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Jarrett Culver.
I'll tell you, off the dribble drive, Che has proven he is unafraid.
The first one falls. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest successful, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Well, you think back to DeMarcus Cousins' career. Because of his skill set on the low block, he has spent a lot of time at the foul line.
And then Culver with the dunk.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. And the Lakers call time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Shea.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Minnesota with the ball. Teague with the ball. Now guarded by Jay. Towns. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
We've talked about this guy's ability to get to the free throw line. Towns in incredibly tough cover.
Good on both.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
Now here's Che. Deflects the pass, and Kuzma. slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
To the inside. And Towns throws it down.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
Lakers leading by 4. Chip and another one.
One more 50-point game from him as he continues to move towards the top spot.
I have never seen a season like this. Over and over, he continues to explode on the offensive end.
The top spot for most 50-point games in a season comes from the scoring year of all scoring years. Wilt Chamberlain's amazing 1962 season. Wilt actually averaged 50 points a game that year.
We've got 1:28 left in the game. Shot clock at 5. Teague for 3.
Yeah, and the appreciation I have for Rondo. He's able to stay with this man and then uses his speed to just affect the shot.
Pass to James.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Shea passes to Cousins. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
How about the power that Boogie Cousins brings to the table? Tough matchup for any defender.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. 56 seconds left in the fourth. Minnesota's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And the Timberwolves call time here. They trail by 7. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Ryan Saunders told his team. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If you make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Shea outside. Now the pass to James. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Clock at 6. Back to Shea. Releases. Offensive rebound. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
I'll tell you guys, one thing I love about the NBA is the Summer League. Shea is a guy who used it as a launching pad in his career, and he's not the only one. Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're behind by 6. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the rejection by Cousins. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. $19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point range, and it's Shea with the 3. Shea's got 56 points in the game.
How about the stop and pop from Shea? He is so tough to guard.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Here's Caruso. And so the Lakers take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For great... tuning in. So long, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And welcome back to the studio here on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in a moment to speak with our postgame guest who's standing by on headset near the locker rooms.
Hey man, Shaq here. Nice win for you guys tonight. Talk about any edges you felt you had coming in.
And that's going to do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For the Jet, for the Diesel, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew. The entire 2K Sports crew. That's everyone. Ernie Johnson. Have a wonderful evening.
That's the great thing about this league. It's constantly changing. So just look at all of those so-called unicorn bigs. You know, guys like Durant and Porzingis and Zion and Simmons and Embiid and Luka. Giants who can play like point guards. Big men who can rain threes.
Shoot the rock, big fella.
Yeah, so don't be so sure you know what's going to happen in the future. You know, everyone thought you had to have a Curry a few years ago. Now, you got to have a big guy who can shoot. Or maybe not. The league is unpredictable.
Yo, what's up, man? Great game.
What's the weather like outside? I feel like I've been stuck in here forever.